Hello there. Welcome to Dr. Wonder's workshop. Today, Miguel and Edwin are acting weird. And Lisa doesn't understand why. But I know. They're supposed to be doing something important. But they don't want to. They've been putting it off. That's not good. Here are the signs to watch for. Problem. Problem. Avoid. Avoid. Solve. Solve. Here you go.
There's a special place I know where I always love to go. Come with me, I'll take you there. Dr. Wonder's workshop. Dr. Wonder and his crew have a big surprise for you. They can talk with just their hands. Dr. Wonder's workshop. Come and see this amazing place for you and me. You'll see things you want to grab in this great inventor's lab. You may never want to leave. Dr. Wonder's workshop. Dr. Wonder's workshop.
Hello, it's good to see you. How are you? Oh, good, good. Do you see that? What does the board say? Yes, face your problems. You know, sometimes we may face something where we must take action, actually do something. We look at the situation and might be afraid, or put off a decision because we don't understand something, or feel unsure about what to do. We may wait to make a decision because we're afraid, but really, we need to go ahead and do the right thing. Hi, Miguel.
Hello.
Well, it's good to see you.
I'm so excited to be here, but don't you miss Billy?
Oh, yes. Of course I miss Billy. I was sad to see him go, but I'm happy that Billy is following his dream. His heart is set on establishing and managing a lab like we have here. He decided to go to college so he can improve his skills. God will use him, but I know he has also brought other talented people here to work. I think it's truly wonderful.
Maybe I'll meet one of these talented people.
One of them is right here. It's you.
Thank you, Dr. Wonder.
God sent you here.
I'll do my best.
What's wrong? Of course you will try, but you look like something is wrong.
Yes, well, my new laptop hasn't arrived yet. I need a computer to work on my project.
Oh, that is fine. Really. One moment. Here, you can borrow mine.
Oh.
Go on, take it with you.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, sure. Bye.
Hi.
Hello.
I've been talking with the health insurance company, and they want me to pass out these forms to everyone to update their information. Oh, well.
I really want to thank you for all your hard work. You're continually gathering information and keeping the process moving. Thank you. Is everything going well?
Oh, thank you. Well, I handed out the forms and hope to get them back today, all completed, but I don't think that'll happen.
Why not?
Well, I handed out all the health insurance forms, asking everyone to fill them out and give them back to me. You gave me yours back. Thank you so much. I've most of them except for one person, so now I'm just waiting for that one person.
Just one? Who?
Edwin.
Edwin?
Yes, I know. Strange. Yes, strange.
Really? That's not like him. Edwin is usually very prompt and responsible when it comes to keeping a schedule and deadlines. Always. I wonder why he hasn't given you the form yet.
I agree with you. Whenever I ask about the form, he seems uncomfortable. I've been waiting, and when I reminded him, he just nodded and said, I will. I waited some more and finally asked why he hadn't given me the form. He won't give me an answer. It's strange.
Yes, that is strange. Maybe it would be best if I go and ask him if there is a problem.
Oh, wonderful. That'll be perfect. If you could meet with him and let me know what happens, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to go see Paul, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
It's time to face your problems.
Ah!
This is Joanne.
Ah!
This is Joanne's problems.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Uh-oh. Joanne's problems are growing.
I'm gonna get you.
And growing and growing.
Here I come.
Leave me alone!
I'm getting closer.
No!
Come on. Come on. There you go.
Who are you?
I am all of your problems put together. That's me.
But how did you grow to be so big?
Every time you avoid your problems, I get bigger and bigger and bigger.
You are scaring me.
I know, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare you.
Really?
Yeah, really. Everyone has problems. They are part of life. But it's important to face your problems.
Can I find a friend to help me with my problems?
Of course you can. But don't avoid your problems. Try to find a solution instead. They can help you find a solution.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this. What if I have a friend?
That's right.
And they're saying
yes.
What problems do I face? Struggling with my homework.
What problems do I face? If someone lies to me, I don't like that and I have to tell them.
What problems do I face? I have to face problems like somebody bullying me. I don't think that's right. I don't like bullying.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Mm-hmm. Gets my blood circulating.
I see. Do you want me to throw you a fish?
You got me. You're funny. What are you doing over there?
Oh, it's a really tough project.
Yes, it's obviously not an easy task. There's a lot of work there.
Yes, I know. This is a hard project. I have to put all of these pieces back together, but I must finish it soon.
I can help you.
Really? Thank you. Come on over.
Let me see. I'll put this over here, and that there.
Whose laptop is that?
It's Dr. Wonder's laptop.
Oh, I see. Why do you have Dr. Wonder's laptop?
Let me explain. My new laptop hasn't arrived yet, so I'm borrowing Dr. Wonder's laptop.
Why did you need to borrow his laptop?
I needed to make some progress on my project.
Is it a project for Dr. Wonder?
Yes. It is a tough project.
And you are working on it, right? And you will finish it soon, right?
Maybe. Yes. One moment. Bye.
Oh, hey!
Hello.
Are you getting comfortable working here at Dr. Wonder's workshop?
Yes, so far it has been good.
Oh, that's great. Oh, is that your new laptop? Oh, I know how excited you've been anticipating your laptop arriving. Now it's finally here.
No, actually, my new laptop hasn't arrived yet. This is Dr. Wonder's laptop.
Why do you have Dr. Wonder's laptop?
Well, I have to work on and complete a project.
So why are you borrowing Dr. Wonder's laptop?
Well, the project is really tough. Anyway, can I help you?
Oh, you want to help me? Oh, well, Oh, hi.
Hi. Have you finished your project? I would like to have my laptop back.
Well, no, I haven't finished yet.
Can you please go to your office and finish the project? I hope to get my laptop back soon.
Okay, I will.
I have something I'd like to discuss with you. Could we?
Sure, what is it?
Lisa just shared something with me. She told me about, the required health insurance forms and that she had given them out for everybody to complete. One by one, everyone turned in their forms. Except for you. It's late.
Yeah, I know.
Lisa has reminded you again and again, and you still have not finished your form.
Yeah, that's true. She reminded me over and over, and I haven't done it. That's right.
Perhaps you have a reason as to why you haven't turned it in yet?
It's hard to explain.
Well, I'm here now. I am willing to listen if you would like to talk about it.
Can I be completely honest with you?
Yes, please.
I don't like going to doctors.
Ah, I understand.
Well, I haven't called to make a doctor's appointment yet. Well, I haven't found a good time in my schedule to go to the doctors. So I don't like checkups.
Right. I can understand that. However, the insurance requires you fill out the health form.
You're right. Do I really have to fill out that form?
Yes.
All right. I'll go ahead and make a doctor's appointment.
Just remember, the real purpose of seeing a doctor, it is so that your doctor could check you to be sure you're healthy and that you're not sick or have something else wrong. That's why you have to go.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I'm glad that you'll be taking care of that now. Don't forget to bring back your insurance form. Have it all filled out. Don't
Right.
forget.
I'll fill it out.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
I'm curious about something. If a problem shows up, what do? Do you try to solve the problem, or do you become afraid because you don't know what to do and you run away? I have a story I'd like to share. It's found in the Old Testament in the book of Jonah. A very long time ago, God told Jonah to go to the big city of Nineveh and preach and tell the people God will punish the whole city. Jonah said he would go, but instead he found a boat going to a different city and sailed in the opposite direction. Jonah thought he was clever, but God saw him escaping. God decided to punish him, so he sent a big storm. The waves tossed and turned the boat. The shipmates were afraid and didn't know what to do. They began bailing water out of the boat. Jonah had gone down below deck and was sleeping during the storm. The captain came and woke Jonah up, saying, "There's a huge storm, get up and pray." The shipmates asked, "What's going on? Who is this?" Jonah said, "I am Jewish and pray to God in heaven, for I know he made the sea and the land." The shipmates gave worried looks to one another. Jonah said, "Throw me into the sea." Again, everyone gave each other worried glances. They prayed that God would forgive them as they took Jonah and threw him into the sea. Jonah sunk in the water until a whale swallowed him up. For 3 days, Jonah cried out in the dark belly of the whale. He told God that he was sorry, and he asked for forgiveness for the wrong he had done. God softened his heart and made the whale spit Jonah out into the dry land. Jonah was very relieved, and since he was sorry, he set off for the city of Nineveh. He preached to the people, telling them to look to God or else God would punish them. The people started talking amongst themselves. The king told the people to put on sackcloths to humble themselves and not to eat or drink, only pray. God saw the people, and it touched his heart. He forgave them. Jonah followed what God commanded. This applies to you, too. It's important when we face problems, confront them, don't run away. God will be with you always.
Hi there. Do you want to know Jesus and be saved? It doesn't have to be in a church. It can be anywhere, anytime. To be saved, all you have to do is believe and pray and ask Jesus to come into your heart. That's it. Then you will have a relationship with him. When you pray, ask him to forgive you for your sins. What is sin? Sin is what separates us from God. It's what makes all the wrong things happen in life, whether small or big. When we accept Jesus, our sins are forgiven. And every day of our lives, we walk in his grace and live like Jesus. Accepting Jesus into your heart is easy. And ironically, it's free. Then we follow him, read the Bible, and pray every day, just like talking to a friend, living with his grace and with his love inside of us. Jesus is God's only Son. Did you know he died and came back to life again? He died and arose again and lives in heaven. No one else on earth did that. Only Jesus did. And he's still alive today. That gives us hope and purpose in life, to understand why we're here. Living with Jesus is really a blessing. It's so much better. With him, we can see the world with a different understanding. Living with purpose with Jesus is wonderful. Just try it. Trust me.
If I don't face my problems, then what happens is I just get more frustrated.
If I don't face the problem, if I just stay quiet, then the other person will get into trouble and get appropriate discipline and learn to stop.
If I don't face the problem, what might happen? I might need to see a counselor because I become afraid and need their help.
When problems come up, what do? If you try to avoid them, they will run right after you. Now go ahead and face them in every situation. Try to solve those problems, make them go away. Ask the Lord for help, He'll be with you every step of the way. Jonah didn't want to preach in old Nineveh, so he ran away. What a mistake that was! He wound up in the belly of a giant fish. God got him out, but Jonah first learned this. Run away from problems, they will grow and grow till they're big enough to swallow you whole. Yeah. Goliath challenged Israel to come out and fight. Every soldier trembled at Goliath's might. David knew the problem would not go away. He was just a boy, but he would fight that day. David swung his slingshot high above his head. With a single rock, the giant fell dead. When problems come up, what do? If you try to avoid them, they will run right after you. Now go ahead and face them in every situation. Try to solve those problems, make them go away. Ask the Lord for help, He'll be with you every step. When problems come up, what do? If you try to avoid them, they will run right after you. Now go ahead and face them in every situation. Try to solve those problems, make them go away. Ask the Lord for help, He'll be with you every step of the way. Ask the Lord for help, He'll be with you every step of the way.
Have you talked with Edwin yet?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what did he say?
He said he will call the doctor and work it out to schedule an appointment. He'll have his doctor help him fill out the insurance form. Then he'll give it to me.
Oh, that is wonderful. Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This is very good.
Well, hello.
You sent me a text. Here is your computer back.
Yes. Did you finish your project?
No, I didn't finish the project.
Why not?
To be honest, it's a tough project. But I will keep working on it and turn it in.
Thanks for your honesty. But you know that it's not good to keep putting things off. You ought to complete it in a timely manner.
Okay, I'll do my best and just keep working on it. I'll finish it soon and give it to you.
Well, you'd better go start working on your project soon, okay?
Okay, fine. I will.
However, this is mine, and I'm taking it back. You can't use it. Now go work on your project.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Wait. I have something for you.
What?
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Are you surprised?
Oh. What is it? Is it my new laptop?
Indeed.
Mine?
Yes.
Yay.
Now, you can go work on your project and finish it.
I will. I will finish it today. No more putting it off.
Oh, yay.
Sorry about that. Okay. I called the doctor. I set up an appointment for tomorrow morning. Now, the doctor's going to help me fill out the forms, and then I'll bring them to you.
No. Give it to her.
Yeah.
Oh, to you.
Yes. Then I will send it to the health insurance company. Yes, this is great. Thank you, Edwin. Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
I have been looking everywhere for you guys, and I finally find you here. Is it a party? Where's the cake?
No. There isn't a party. Nothing like that. There is no chocolate cake.
Aww.
No cake.
Oh.
You all have learned a good lesson today, right?
Have you?
You?
Me? Yes. You?
It is important not to put things off, but to stay on time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Get to work.
Bye.
And you?
What? Who? Me?
Yes, you need to go too.
Great, thank you.
Oh. Bye. See you later.
Well, all of us here have learned an important and good lesson today, right? I hope you did too. Remember to face your problems, no matter how tough or hard they are. Keep moving forward. Thank you for joining us here at Dr. Wonder's workshop. See you again soon. Bye.